Since I was a child, I've always been interested in traveling through space and going through our solar system. And today we have a special treat. Welcome to Serenity Bell Outdoors. Today we are going to take an adventure to Mars. Sea monkeys on Mars. I finally got this kit. And we can continue with our Sea Monkeys vs. Aqua Dragon adventures. The Sea Monkeys on Mars kit is a classic, and I can't wait to get this all opened up because I just love the design. And you see on the packaging, it has a very cute picture of the sea monkeys in space. And you can see the tiny aquarium has a little sea monkey action figure that's suspended in the air. There is also a tiny sea monkey spaceship that has landed on Mars that you can see. Let's take that closer look. I especially like the look of the surface terrain along with the yellow lava flow. I believe a lot of thought and care went into this design for the sea monkeys. Now this kit will have the same basic setup as the other sea monkey kits, which includes your 3 packets along with the air bubbler and spoon. It will also include the setup and care instructions, and this gives a breakdown of how to perform each step. Step 1 is the water purifier, step 2, the live eggs, and then step 3 will be the growth food. And it lets you know just how long to wait before you perform each step, and also how to care for the water once it starts to evaporate, and how to refill it and set it back up. The next page gives more detailed instructions about the steps, and it also gives lots of tips on how to keep an eye out for the sea monkeys and what to do if you feel like things are starting to go wrong. So it's a lot of useful information in here that will come in handy for the weeks to come. Okay, now it is time for the fun part. We will begin our setup and keep our fingers crossed to make sure that we get some sea monkeys to hatch this time around again. We will start off by adding some spring water, and then we will go along with the steps. Take a look and enjoy. I think the sea monkey spaceman is just such a cute addition, and it looks so nice when the water is filling up over the spaceship and the action figure. But now that this is just about complete, it is time for step 1. We're going to go ahead and add this purifier to the water just to make sure it's nice and ready for our sea monkeys. Once that was all finished, I went ahead with the air bubbler just to make sure I can get a good mix of the water with the purifier. It really does a good job of stirring things up. And now there is a 24-hour wait for our next step. But through video magic, I have it for you now. So we are gonna go ahead to step 2, which is to add the live eggs so then we can wait for them to hatch. This is the most exciting part for me just because I'm always crossing my fingers to make sure we do get some sea monkeys to hatch, because you can never know for sure how it will turn out. Let's take a look at our setup, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the bubbler once more to aerate the tank. You really want to make sure to put some good bubbles in there so you can get a nice mix with the oxygen in the water. We're going to go ahead and cap that off now and put the top on. And now we just wait for the next step, and let's have a closer look in the meantime. Okay, it is now 48 hours later from the setup of the tank, and I am just sneaking a peek to see if we can see any movement. And thus far, not so much. However, when I waited a few more days, which will be day 4, we finally have tiny specks. Can you see them? Let's get a closer look, and then you should be able to spot them. Look how tiny they are. They're barely visible to the naked eye, but you can see the movement. We have swimmers. Let us enjoy our sea monkey Martians. All right, we are now at day 11, which is 7 days after the sea monkeys first hatched. So now it is time for a feeding. The sea monkeys have had a little bit of growth, but I did notice that in the colder months during the winter, they grow a lot slower than when I hatched the sea monkeys and aqua dragons during the summer. So they're still pretty tiny, but they do like to congregate at the bottom of the tank near the yellow lava, which is interesting. All right, so we're gonna go ahead to step 3, which is the growth food. And we just wanna put in 1 scoop for our sea monkeys so that we don't overfeed them. And then we'll take a closer look once more to see if they eat any of their algae. I went ahead and aerated the tank once more with the bubbler as well, just to make sure we got a good mix of the algae around so every little sea monkey can get access. I did notice that with the background color of the Mars, it is a little bit harder to see the sea monkeys in comparison to the clear tanks. So that is one thing to take note of, but I'm hoping once they get bigger, they'll be a lot easier to view. And we will definitely keep watching. So this is going to be continued, and we'll take a look back to see how big they get. Thank you so much for watching the video once again. I do really appreciate it. Please comment, subscribe, and like this video if you enjoyed it. And let me know what video you'd like me to do next. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.